All right, so today is May 27th, 2022, and we're with Sammy. And we're going to do your natal charts, aka birth chart / transit charts to see the cycles you're in. And we're also going to look at your solar return chart because that's the chart of the year and it's a birthday chart. So it'll tell you what your whole year will be like. So I'm going to share the screen so you can see the chart. And then, can you see that okay? Sammy, I think you froze. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I'm going to share the screen. All right. Can you see this chart okay?
Not yet. It just says, oh, now I can see it.
Okay, cool. So astro.com is a free website that I used for 10 years before I bought a software. So astro.com, you can hold 100 charts for free. I highly recommend this website for any beginner astrologer.
Cool.
So I like to use this chart still when doing Zoom because it's color coordinated and it's really easy on the eyes and it's easier to understand.
Okay, cool.
So this is your natal chart, birth chart in the center wheel here.
Mm-hmm.
And the outer wheel, where it has the green celestial bodies, is your transiting planets and asteroids.
Oh, interesting.
So for example, everyone has the sun in Gemini right now. That's why everybody is having a birthday this month, is the sun is in the constellation of Gemini. And so the transiting sun, the green sun, is conjunct your natal sun. So that's what makes it a solar return. The sun traveled all the way through the 12 signs and it goes back to the original position you were born.
Interesting.
So as you can see, your sun sign is just one aspect of the totality of your being. So I love astrology because, I mean, your soul consciously decided to come down here into the third physical dimension.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't dropped off by a stork. You consciously chose when to come in. And so depending on the planets and the positions and the patterns, it's like your bucket list that you came down here to accomplish. So the planets are kind of like spirit guides. The planets are helping you to achieve what you came down here to do on Earth. So we go through different cycles and seasons, and depending on what cycle we're in, highlight certain themes in our life. So before this software came out 60 years ago, if I were to draw this, the first line I would draw is the AC line and the DC line, which is ascendant or rising sign. And the descendant has to do with the relationship house because it's connected to the 7th house of relationships. And then the other thick black line I would draw is the MC line and the IC line. The IC line is connected to the 4th house, which is your ancestry line, your ancestors, your family's land, your bloodline, stuff that you've inherited that you're clearing out of the DNA. And then the MC line is connected to the 10th house, which is the career line or the midhaven. So whatever is on your midhaven tells you what kind of career would be most beneficial for you. So let's start with the ascendant or rising sign. So think of like an onion. So when people first meet you, they meet your rising sign. And so your rising sign is 28 degrees of Sagittarius. So it's like almost the later degrees. Because each little hatch mark is a degree, and there's 360 degrees in the whole wheel. And each house, so the little pie chart 1 through 12 are the house systems. And the houses are different areas of your life, literally cut into like a pie chart of your life. So most houses are about 30 degrees, give or take. So Sagittarius rising, people meet that first. It's like your doormat. When people first meet you, they meet the energy of Sagittarius. Then when they get to know you a little bit more, they see your sun sign, which is Gemini. And then when they really get to know you, the core of your being is like your moon, which is in Leo. So I see it as those 3 layers of an onion are what most people generally want to know immediately about you. What's your rising, your sun, and your moon? So you're 2 parts fire, 1 part air. So the air feeds the fire. All right, so what is Sagittarius? Since you're learning to become Sagittarius, I highly recommend you studying that archetype because you have your whole life to learn it. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and it's the landlord of the 9th house. And we'll go through the houses in a little bit. So Sagittarius and Jupiter is the philosopher, the spiritual teacher, the spiritual seeker, the worldly traveled, whether that's astral travel or foreign country, long distance travel, but they love traveling, whether inwardly or outwardly. They're huge. Sagittarius rules natural law, so they love nature. They really appreciate the beauty of nature. That's a huge way that how they recharge is out in nature. Basically, they're the teacher. So most Sagittarian rising people, sun, moon, or ascendant, are here to teach something or to continually study throughout their life until they eventually master something and naturally become a teacher. All right, so let's go. So the outer wheel, as you can see, are the zodiac. It's called the zodiacal belt in the sky. So looking at this chart, imagine yourself standing from the perspective of you're standing on Earth looking up at the sky. That's what this chart is exactly when you were born, exactly when you decided to incarnate into this physical existence, the planets were aligned this way when you were born. It's like the universe took a snapshot of your soul. And this is a mirror image. So as above, so below. So this image is mirrored as if you're looking from Earth up at the sky. So all the directions are mirrored, they're backwards. So the top of the chart is actually the south part of the chart. The bottom is the north, the AC is the east part, and the DC is the west. So when you were born, the sun was rising in the east part of your chart in the constellation of Sagittarius. That's what makes you Sagittarius rising. And your time, that's why we need the exact time you're born, because it changes the rising sign every 5 minutes. And it works with all of the houses also. So it changes the whole chart around even within 5 minutes.
Wow.
So let's see. If we scroll down here, see F is for fire. So these are all the fire celestial bodies. We have asteroids. We have lunar nodes and planets. A is for air, E is for earth, and W is for water. And so to find somebody's chart signature, we add up the planets. And whatever planet you have the most of in an element means you're predominantly that element. So if we added them up, in fire you have, and we're just counting the planets, that's the rule. So 1, 2, 3. So you have Pluto, the moon, and Saturn. Air, you have Uranus, the sun, and Venus, so that's also 3. In Earth, you have Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury, and Mars. That's 4. And water, you have nothing. So you would be Earth element dominant. So
Earth
now,
element dominant. Interesting.
so C is for cardinal energy. F is for fixed energy, and M is for mutable. So a good analogy of this would be if I called you on the phone and had said, "Hey, Samantha, do you want to go out to eat? If so, where do you want to go?" The cardinal person would say, "Well, let's go someplace new. I know exactly where I want to go. Let's go." And then the fixed person would say, "Well, let's go to the same place we always go to, and I'm going to order the same thing I always do because it's reliable and I know I like it." And then the mutable person would say, "Well, wherever you want to go." So now let's add up the planets they call them the modes. So in cardinal, you got 1, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune. So there's 3. 1, 2. Yeah, so you got 3 in cardinal. Fixed is the moon, Uranus, Mercury, and Mars. That's 4. And mutable, you have Pluto, the sun, and Venus. So that's 3. So they're all pretty close. They're pretty balanced, but fixed wins. So if you put together Earth, because that was the dominant element, and fixed, that makes you a Taurus chart signature. So then I highly would recommend studying the archetype of Taurus.
Okay.
Because that's energetically what you most embody. So fixed Earth is reliable, it's grounded, it's stable, not overly emotional. It takes slow, methodical, practical steps to reach its goal. It's not in a hurry. It appreciates the beauty of nature. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is the 5 senses. It's earthly pleasure in the body, like taking a nice bubble bath or having a glass of wine or going for a spa day. Those are all Taurus type things. And so energetically, this is very important for you, is to get into the 5 senses. So if you're overwhelmed with life, always get into the 5 senses, like go on a nice hike, take a bubble bath, go out with your friends, have some fun, go get a facial, a massage, have a really nice meal. Like, these are the things that help keep you grounded when there's a lot of chaos externally or internally. So it's a reminder that when you find your center and keep it, those are the only beings that will be able to withstand the chaos of the world right now. So find any practice that you have in your life, find your center and keep it. And if you fall off your center, just go back and find your center. And you can do this in a multitude of ways, right? You can do martial arts, you could do yoga, meditation, Reiki, whatever it is. But my homework from you, fun work, is develop a routine where it's like your hour of power, where you do this every single day for an hour, where it's only for you. It's self-love practice. And the more you do this practice, the more it gains momentum, and it's an empowering force. And so when the universe throws curveballs at you, it's not a big deal, because you're really in your power with this practice you're doing every single day. And you can change it up, but just the important thing is to do some self-care, or do your hour of power every single day just for you.
Okay.
The world is extremely chaotic.
Definitely. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Right. Oh, before I forget, if you don't know what a symbol is, scroll down to the bottom of the page, because I'm sending you this chart.
Okay. Perfect.
3 degrees Gemini, 16 minutes, 38 seconds. Your moon is in Leo, 17 degrees. 39 minutes, 36 seconds. So Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Pluto. True node is North Node. We'll get into that. Chiron is the wounded healer. Lilith is, it's called Black Moon Lilith. It's your core fear. That's an important one to know. And then these are all like goddess archetypes that aren't too important, but and then down here you have your AC or ascendant 28 degrees Sag, your MC is 15 degrees Libra, and so on. And then the green over here is the transiting. So over here, these are called aspects. These are how the planets communicate with each other. This is why one part of you wants to do this and the other wants to do this, and you experience inner conflict. So that inner conflict, when we decode it and we research about what they are, it makes more sense why you have difficulty in this certain area of your life and why certain areas of your life are very harmonious and easy. So the squares, every square that you have represents challenge. It's a 90-degree angle. So it manifests as a challenge. And anything that's a challenge, when you turn it into a breakthrough, it becomes a great gift in your life. So squares aren't bad. They're just challenging to get your soul to grow. If everything was easy, there would be no point to even coming down here to Earth.
True.
So the trines, it's a 120-degree angle. They're an easy flow of energy. So these are gifts and talents, all the trines. We have oppositions that look like, I don't know if you can see it, it's so small. It's like a pair of sunglasses. These are called opposition, where planets are directly opposing each other. So you're learning the other planet's perspective, or to meet in the middle. And then this little symbol, it looks like an orange with the straw in it. You see it? It's called the conjunction symbol. So conjunction is when two planets or more are touching exactly between 0 and 5 degrees.
Oh, okay.
It symbolizes power. They're working together in power.
Wow.
And all these, and this is a sextile, looks like a snowflake. There's quintiles, there's semi-squares, there's so many different angles, but they're separated from major aspects and minor aspects. Kind of like tarot, there's major arcana and minor arcana. There's major importance aspects and minor important aspects.
Interesting.
So I always recommend getting some kind of like accredited book, like an astrology book, instead of using the internet, because there's just a lot of stuff out there. And spending like 3 hours and going through all of your aspects, because there's so many like gifts and talents in there that you didn't realize you had, or or challenges that you didn't realize you had. You're like, oh, I had no idea that this was a challenge.
Interesting.
So, for example, your moon is your emotions in the chart. It's your subconscious mind, your emotions. It's your instinctual habits and reactions to life. Your moon is square Mars. So your chart is saying that your emotions are in conflict with your action, with your ability to take action. You may feel a certain way, but there's a challenge for you to actually take action on something. So when you learn to break through, so when you learn to break through something, it becomes a huge learning lesson for your soul that's really important. So things like that, like, they just really help put your life into perspective on why some things are easy and why some things are hard.
Yeah. Wow.
So you really just, you look down and then you scroll. So you're like, you go vertically and then horizontally. So like Uranus
Cool.
conjunct Neptune, Uranus sextile Pluto, Uranus trine Chiron, oops, stuff like that.
Cool. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And then I'm gonna actually, when we're done and I send you, I'm gonna email you the copies of the charts and stuff. I have a 33-page Word document all about your natal chart, and it explains some of your aspects, not all of them, but the important ones. So you could at least start there.
Definitely, that'd be great.
And then, oh, I do have a free, so I have this book. Where did it go? It's an amazing beginner astrology book.
Oh,
Astrology by Isabel Hickey.
okay.
I got it from Amazon for like $15, but I actually downloaded a free PDF, so I can send you that because I love her because she's a female astrologer and she's passed away now, but she's amazing. And this book is like very easy to understand, and it's very, like, it's an old book. It was originally written in the 1930s. So it's like, it's really an amazing book. So I can send you that also if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go over the houses. Take a sip of water. Okay, so every house, let's start with the first, has a ruling planet and a ruling sign. So the first house, it's the landlord is Aries and Mars. So I like to think of all these energies as the same archetype. It's like the trine of energy. You have the house, the planet, and the sign is the same archetype. So when you have planets in the first house, which you have two, you embody these planets because the first house in Aries rules the body. It rules the personality structure. So your body is the first house, which is connected with the ascendant. So the ascendant in the first house rules the body and what you look like. So on some level, you look Neptunian. So maybe you're dreamy. Maybe you look dreamy to some people, or maybe you're, because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces in the 12th house, and Pisces is very dreamy-like and psychic and otherworldly, alien on some level, but like watery. So maybe on some level, your physical characteristics are characteristics of that. And then Jupiter is the planet of Sagittarius. And Jupiter is the philosopher. It's the spiritual teacher. It's the planet of luck. So you naturally embody this luck. You could be a lucky person to other people. But those are things to meditate on. I don't know if you've heard of shamanic astrology, but shamanic astrology teaches you that every single planet and celestial body, you can talk to it. Shamanism teaches you that everything that's alive has a spirit. A tree, a rock, an animal, they all have spirits, so you can talk to them. You can get messages from them. So they also believe that the planets are not just balls of dirt floating in the sky. They actually have their own soul and their own spirit and their own energy signature. And you can absolutely meditate upon these planets and celestial bodies and ask them questions, and kind of like mediumship, and they'll give you the answer because they have a soul and they have a spirit. And I very much believe in this.
That's me too.
So I always recommend whatever's in your first house, because you embody those planets, to meditate on them and to talk to them. Maybe print out a picture of them, study them. Get to
What
know
are they again?
Neptune and Jupiter.
Okay.
So a good thing to research is like Neptune in the first house kind of thing, which will be in the Word document I send you. But Neptune in the first house, people.
Uh-huh.
So have you ever driven down a road and it's foggy?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Neptune does to the chart. Wherever Neptune sits in the chart, it clouds that area of the chart so you can't see it clearly.
Interesting.
So when people meet you, because Neptune is clouding your body and who you are, people don't see you clearly sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So they project what they think they see from you. They project what they want to, because they're not really seeing you clearly because you have this Neptunian fog over your body and who you are.
Interesting.
So that's why it's kind of important to meditate on these planets, because they affect how other people interact with you.
Interesting.
But it's also a good thing because Neptune has no boundaries. Neptune is spirit. Neptune is like second to furthest away from the Earth. It's far out there. So Neptunian energy is very, very, it's unconditional love. It's like Christ consciousness. It's spirit. It has no, I don't think of Neptune and Pisces as water. I think it more like ether. Like you can't grab onto spirit. You can't grab onto unconditional love. So you kind of embody those characteristics of no boundaries, the ability to really tap into source, to spirits. So it's a gift for sure.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. So the second house, the landlord of the second house is Taurus and Venus. And the second house has to do with your money. It has to do with your resources, your values. Like when you're on your deathbed, what did you value out of life? Did you value stuff and things, or did you value love or friendships? Like everyone has a different set of values. The second house is anything that's material possession that's yours, like my car, my money, my house, my couch, all your stuff and things, your material possessions. By the way, each house has an opposite polarity. So if we back up to the first house of Aries and Mars is the self, the body, myself, my personality. The opposite house is the seventh house, which is Libra and Venus, which is the house of the other, the house of one-on-one relationships. So if the first house is me and myself, the seventh house is them, the other, you in one-on-one relationships. So one-on-one could be romantic partner, it could be best friend, it could be mother, it could be it doesn't matter, all one-on-one relationships. It could be business partners. All one-on-one relationships are the seventh house. So the second house again is your money, your finances, your bank account, your values. But the opposite house, the eighth house, is our bank account, our joint finances, our house, our car, our life. It's healing with another person. It's yeah. So third house now is Gemini and Mercury. So I would say, because your sun sign is Gemini, you're the landlord of the third house. So the third house is communication. It's left brain analytical thinking. It's short distance travel, like I'm going to go to Phoenix and back. It's siblings, brothers and sisters. It's your neighbors. But most importantly, communication of all kinds, texting, emails, talking, any form of expression like creativity, singing, any kind of creative, throat chakra, that's like your domain. And then the opposite house, the 9th house, is the house of Sagittarius, which is long distance travel, like foreign countries, astral traveling. It rules in-laws, like your marriage.
So I think, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, maybe I got confused. So not everybody's second house then is like money and resources. It's just because Taurus was in that part of my chart, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, everybody. So kind of, yeah, everybody's second house has to do with their finances.
Okay.
This is the
And everyone's third house has to do with their communication.
Yes.
And just Gemini was in there.
So Gemini is the landlord, meaning it rules the house. Gemini's not in there, but it rules the house.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So the 4th house for everybody is it's Cancer and the moon. It's the mother. It's the house of your ancestry, your ancestral lineage, your family's roots, your family's land, your bloodline, the past, the subconscious. It's the foundation of the whole chart is the 4th house. 4 is a powerful number. 4 elements, the 4 directions, the 4 walls you live in. So it's a foundational house. 5th house for everybody is Leo and the sun. The 5th house is the fun house. It's creativity, play, children, your inner child, romance, vacations, gambling, sports. It's amusements, taking vacations. It's the fun house.
Love it.
And the 6th house for everybody is Virgo and Mercury. The 6th house is small pets. It's your health. It's being of service. It's your jobs, like not career. Career's 10th house. 6th house is little jobs you'll have in your life. And 6th house is also routines. And then now we get above the horizon line, and this is you interacting in the outside world. So the 7th house is you with another, one-on-one partnerships. We went over business partnerships, lovers, romantic partners, any one-on-one relationship. It's also the house of open enemies. So people that openly know you and it turns south, they suddenly don't like you. They're very open about it. Oh, this is my ex-girlfriend. I don't like her anymore. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the 8th house, we went over a little bit. It's the house of Scorpio and Pluto. It is the deep dark house. It's the house of the shadow. It's the occult. So anything hidden. Astrology is the 8th house. Tarot, mediumship, psychic, occult stuff. That's all the 8th house. It's also, again, shared resources, like me and my partner's house, me and my partner's car, me and my partner's bank account. Also healing with another. So, and we'll go through all the planets after we get through the houses.
Okay.
All right, so the 9th house again is Sagittarius and Jupiter. It's the house of long distance travel, in-laws, the house of teaching, which, by the way, the 3rd house, Gemini, is the house of learning. All right, so 10th house is again connected with the midhaven or MC line. This is your career line. This is the 10th house is the father. So the opposite house, the 4th house, is the mother. The 10th is the father. It's the house where you're on stage. It's how other people perceive you. It's your career. It's your authority, whether that's you becoming an authority or you having authority problems, but it's where authorities live, the 10th house. Like this, like policemen, firefighters, all that kind of helping to be of service in that way is all 10th house stuff. The 11th house is Aquarius and Uranus. The 11th house is community, the networks you belong to, your groups you belong to. So any social group, it could be online groups, in-person groups, any kind of like groups of people and networks you belong to, your tribe. And it's also the house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. And then the last house, the 12th house, is connected to, are you there?
Hi.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna share the screen again.
Perfect.
All right, so we left off at the 12th house. I mean, I don't know if you heard the 12th house, but we did the 11th.
The 11th, yet, and
we're-
didn't hear the 12th.
Okay. So the 12th is Pisces and Neptune.
Uh-huh.
It's the house of the collective unconscious. It's a hard house to understand, but visualize an ocean of everybody's thoughts that have ever been thought and ever will be thought. It's like a huge astral plane of everybody's everything in the astral planes, like the other dimensions.
Wow.
That's not tangible. Also the house of deep mysticism and spirituality. It's also the house of isolation. It's where a lot of people find their spirituality is in isolation, like prisons or institutions like an ashram or a meditation center, a retreat center, anything where you kind of isolate yourself from the normal world for you to get rid of all distractions, for you to dive deeper into yourself and find your spirituality.
Wow.
So that's all the 12th house. And now let's kind of go through the planets a little bit.
Okay.
So we did go through the first house with these planets. And again, I would meditate on those planets since you embody them.
Okay.
The second house of money, you have Uranus. So it looks like a little alien ship. You see that?
Uh-huh.
So notice how they have an R next to them. All three of these are in retrograde. So when something is in retrograde that you're born with, it means it's a skipped step. So in this life, you're having to go and look back at that skipped step. So it's not a bad thing. It's just makes the planets that are retrograde more important for you to look at. So, for example, say you're getting ready in the morning and you're in a hurry and you're running out the door and you go downstairs and you go all the way to your car that's parked way across the street, and then you get in your car and you're like, shit, I forgot my car keys. So you have to go back and you have to go back up the stairs, back into the house, and now you have to find your car keys. That's kind of like what retrograde planets are, is you forgot something, it's a skip step, and you just have to go back and revisit that.
Okay. So what would that be here?
So you have Uranus, which is the planet of awakening, and it's the planet of individuality.
Okay.
You have it in the second house of money. So there's something about money and awakening. And these are life lessons that you'll have to meditate on. I mean, you have your whole life to figure this out.
Yeah.
But there's something about you, and you could literally research Uranus, natal Uranus retrograde in Aquarius in the second house. And you'll get a lot of information by finding different astrology books. But Uranus is the planet of awakening. Wherever it sits in your chart is where you awaken and where you help humanity awaken.
Okay.
So resources, there's some awakening in terms of resources and money, material possessions. You could literally run like your own business that helps people awaken in some way, that brings in material wealth, is a way you could channel this energy. But it can manifest in many different ways. And then you have Jupiter retrograde in the first house. You have Neptune retrograde in the first house. So there's a step related to I would say your luck, your spiritual expansion. Like maybe it wasn't a very big importance in your last incarnation, and maybe in this one it makes it extra important for you to go on a spiritual quest to find out who you are on a soul level. And then Neptune retrograde kind of has similar effects, where Neptune is spirituality, Neptune is divine love, Neptune is spirit or source. And because it's retrograde, maybe it's really important that you connect with source more, or you connect with your spirit more, or you use your imagination more. All right, so now you got Saturn in the third house. All right, how old are you?
26.
All right. So let's talk about, have you heard of Saturn return?
My friend was briefly mentioning when she did the reading with you. Yeah.
Cool. So then it's perfect time to get a reading, because I mean, this is like a 3-hour conversation that I'll condense, but you're in a really important time in your life, or you're about to be. When you turn 27, your whole world will flip upside down for the better. So from 27 years old to 31 years old, Saturn is going to help you to get really serious and focused on what you came down here to do. It's the planet of discipline. It's the planet of structure. It's the planet of mortality. It rules the skeletal structure. It's all about structure and crystallization. It's very grounded and stable, and it'll kick your ass into getting you to focus on why you incarnated in the first place. So it's a wonderful gift, but the transits can be very painful for some people. And people actually die during their Saturn return. And I'm not saying that to scare you, but people that, like, have you heard of the 27 Club?
Yeah, that's what my friend was explaining this to me. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, so all these musicians that died at 27, that wasn't an accident. They were so far out of alignment from why they came here, because they were so wrapped up in drugs and alcohol, that Saturn was like, get the hell off the planet, you got to start over. Because they were so far gone in the wrong direction that they needed to reset. And that's what Saturn does. It kicks your ass into reminding you why you came here.
That's good.
And it is good because it teaches you discipline. And so when you start this process next year, when you're 27, it means that Saturn goes all the way. So Saturn's here right now. It takes 7 years to move, give or take. So it's pretty close to your natal Saturn. So in another year, give or take, it's going to conjunct your natal Saturn, and that marks your Saturn return. And so when you're in your return, Saturn helps you focus on this part of your chart. So Saturn for you is in Aries and third house. So your Saturn in Aries in the third house is teaching you discipline in this part of the chart. So Aries is the self. Aries is me, it's the ram. It's fire, it's Mars, energy, it's the warrior. So Saturn is going to get you to get in touch with your warrior. It's going to get you to focus on who you are and pay attention more to the self. It's going to bring about painful lessons that will get you to mature because Saturn is maturity.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, this is a very good process because it's helping you achieve what you came down here to achieve. So it's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
So Mugwai says hi. My little cat.
Who does?
Mugwai, my little cat.
Oh, so cute. So
So
sweet.
so Saturn, so when you're 27 to 31, your job is to allow life to happen.
Mm.
A lot of people have a pressure to find out exactly what they're here to do and what's my career and what do I need to do and do I need to go to school and take out a huge loan and get a doctorate in something. Like it's like this internal pressure to figure out why you're here, and it causes a lot of pain and just anxiety because you start feeling that stress around the time your Saturn return is going to happen. So the words of wisdom I can give you is you're not going to figure it out until after the Saturn return is over. So it's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to not have your perfect career already or wife and kids or societal pressure of whatever bullshit society pressures on you as a woman.
Yeah, thank you.
So like
Feels nice to hear.
yeah, so you can let go of that because your soul, you're designed at this stage of your life is to experiment and try everything and anything that you're passionate about, because either way you're going to find your path when the Saturn returns over. So when you're like 31, 32, you're going to know exactly where to go next. And what's that old saying? Whatever you're seeking is seeking you. So your highest path, your career, whatever you desperately want, is also seeking you just as much. So you will find it. You just have to allow it to unfold, and you can't control when you're going to find your perfect career or when you're going to find your partner or when you're going to find this perfect thing, because there's something called divine timing. And this divine timing happens when you're like 31, 32, where your path, you just naturally find it.
Okay.
So let go of control and experiment and try anything and everything related to jobs, people, places, and things. Like just have fun during this process. And I highly recommend that you write a mantra. So when you're feeling this internal pressure to like have it all together, you say this mantra, something like, because words are powerful spells. You can say, my path will reach me in divine timing. I let go with ease and grace. What is meant for me will come to me easily and effortlessly. Like something like that, where it gets that internal pressure to kind of dissipate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's talk about so instead of going through every single planet, because that's kind of part of you researching your chart, is there's certain ones that are important and there are certain ones that you could do on your own.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about Pluto in Sagittarius. This is a generational placement. So everybody born from 1995 to I think 2010, everybody has Pluto in Sagittarius. And so everybody in your generation embodies Sagittarius, and their Pluto is evolving through the constellation of Sagittarius. So you guys are the truth seekers, and you embody truth.
Mm.
And so because you naturally embody truth, you guys are born with an inner bullshit detector, and you can really see through the bullshit, and you can see through the lies very clearly. And nobody can lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're very clear, and you guys really shine your light in what is true, you
Mm.
meet a lot of resistance with the world because people want people to be dumb and in the dark. Because if you're dumb and in the dark and you don't know anything, you're easy to control.
Mm-hmm.
Your generation stands your ground with truth, and you're here to spread truth. You're here to wake people up through truth, universal truths, not subjective truths like I like peanut butter and jelly, but like
Yeah.
universal truths like the sun and the moon rise every day and they set every day. Like universal esoteric truths, like we're all one. And we are going through a massive shift in consciousness, and you're assisting with that shift in consciousness through embodying truth. Just by being who you are, you help wake up humanity. So your generation is very important in what its divine plan is, kind of thing. Like all of your generation is highly important in this shift in consciousness occurring at this time.
Interesting.
So it's a good thing to research Pluto in Sagittarius generation. All of you have very similar patterns and issues that you're working through together as a soul group.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is yours is in the 11th house. So Pluto in the 11th house, you evolve through community. You evolve through friends, because 11th house is also friends. You evolve on a soul level through the networks you belong to, your tribe, your soul family, your networks, your friends, groups you belong to. That's how you evolve. And that's also where you own your power, because Pluto is power. So you're learning how to harness your power through the 11th house. So you have power struggles with people and community, or power struggles with friends. But we learn about our personal power through power struggles. They're hard lessons, because this is a soul evolutionary placement. It's not an easy lesson.
Yeah.
Chiron. Can you still see this, Kurt?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Chiron, I don't know if you've heard of Chiron, but it's an asteroid. It looks like a key.
Oh yeah.
This is a very important placement. Chiron is the wounded healer. It is a soul wound. So if you're like 1,000,000 years old, this is an old soul wound, an old pattern throughout your whole entire existence that continually repeats, that you're here to heal. And when you heal it, you become the wounded healer, where you start healing people in the same area that you were wounded in. So it's an amazing gift to heal from something so traumatic and so deep that suddenly you can help other people heal that same way. And it gives purpose to all the pain and suffering that you've experienced.
Okay.
So your Chiron is in the constellation of Libra. So there's a wounding in relationships.
Yeah.
Libra is relationships. So you're working through that wound in this life. So I definitely would research more of this and meditate on this, because this is a huge topic and it's so deep, and it's an ancient wound. It's not like I cut myself and it's like a deep soul wound that takes time and patience and self-love and grace and understanding. But the most important thing is to be gentle with yourself and to give yourself compassion for not being perfect in relationships, or not having the perfect relationship, or Like
Mm,
it takes time, and you have to be patient with yourself, and other people have to be patient with you. Um,
yeah.
so when you really start to work through your relationship traumas,
Mm-hmm.
you then start attracting people that you can help through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh wow, you're really good at this relationship thing. Could you help me? And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh honey, trust me. It's taken some hard ass work, but I can tell you what I know.
Definitely. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this uncomfortable subject of the core fear.
Mm-hmm.
Black Moon Lilith, this little crescent moon thing with a cross,
Mm-hmm.
is Black Moon Lilith, and she, wherever she sits in the chart, she highlights our core fear. It's like our fear of all fears.
Mm-hmm.
And yours is in the constellation of Cancer, which is the mother. So it's the mother wound, it's the
Mm,
feminine wound, and it's
mm-hmm.
also fear of abandonment.
Yeah.
This is it's interesting because I have this, so I know
Yeah.
exactly what this is. It sucks. If you have Black Moon Lilith, you have a fear to work through, and every single human has Black Moon Lilith somewhere in their chart. So it gives
Mm,
compassion to every single person has Black Moon Lilith somewhere, and they're working through their own core fears and their own demons, and it's painful to face what I would call your demons. Is just another word for trauma.
mm, mm-hmm.
It takes a really brave warrior soul to really face what you fear the most.
Mm,
And it's hard because yours is in the 7th house of relationships. So it's another indicator that you have relationship trauma to work through. So it's
yeah.
um I mean it's hard, but at the same time you wouldn't even have come down here in the first place if you couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
there's nothing that the universe doesn't give you that you can't handle.
True.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that it's can feel isolating sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
what's interesting is it's important that I talk about this because she is in there right now. So you're
Oh,
so you're going through a Black Moon Lilith return also.
whoa.
So
Well,
that means
that's
there's
so interesting.
yeah. So it's kind of like the universe is saying, well, it's time to look at your abandonment trauma. It's time for you to face
Yeah.
what you fear the most. It's time for you to maybe enroll in like psychotherapy or any kind of therapeutic like hypnotherapy, anything that helps you process your old pain and your
Mm-hmm.
fears around intimacy or relationship or
Yeah.
fears around um, being abandoned.
Yeah, definitely.
So she takes 9 months to transit a house and a sign, so that's symbolic of a rebirth.
Hmm.
So by the time she leaves, because she just entered here like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
you got like 8.5 months of you looking at this. So you have 8.5 months to, get counseling, to dive deeper into the shadow, do some shadow
Yeah.
work, um, maybe some forgiveness work. This is a perfect time for you to do any kind of healing modality, any kind of retreat, meditation center, yoga, breath work,
Hmm.
ayahuasca, peyote, uh, anything that supports you diving deeper into facing what you fear the most.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah. So then she'll move on to Leo and you'll be free and um, you will have rebirthed yourself By the time this transit is over in 8.5 months, you will be a deeper, more warrior woman.
Beautiful.
But it takes, so it's see it as like your initiation. You're about to be initiated into a deeper level of yourself, of your soul. So as much as it can be painful, what happens when you come out of it like the phoenix, and this transformation that will occur is far more beneficial than hiding and not facing pain. Like
Yeah,
it is so damn rewarding to face what's hidden below the surface. It empowers you on such a huge level that
definitely.
there's no going back. So,
Yeah.
so don't be afraid, embrace the darkness.
Yeah. Definitely. For sure. That resonates. Hmm.
All right, so let's talk about your north and south node. Have you heard of those points? This little thing, it looks like
Um,
a pair of headphones.
okay, cool. I sort of have, not really.
Cool, this is the most important thing in your chart.
Cool.
This is like your soul's ultimate evolutionary path. The north node is the dragon's head, and the dragon's head is like your north star. It's where you're headed, your soul's trajectory, your soul's evolutionary point. You're evolving, and it's in Libra. You got lots more Libra issues. Yay, relationship stuff.
That has been like my main challenge in this lifetime. So I definitely,
Yeah,
it resonates.
yeah, you got a lot of relationship trauma to work through.
Great.
But everybody has something different to work through, so.
It would be cool though to be able to like teach that, or to give, like, once I've learned those lessons, to be able to help other people through that. Definitely.
There's no question you will, because it's literally your life purpose involves relationships and understanding relationships, and there's no question you'll just naturally do it because you're forced to heal this aspect of your life. Then you naturally become a really good teacher because you know what not to do, or what kind of, it's painful pain and suffering naturally gives you wisdom. So
True.
you definitely will end up teaching.
Beautiful.
So your north node in Libra in the 10th house of career, right? So relationship focused career.
Mm-hmm.
So Libra's on your midhaven. So you will have a relationship focused career.
Mm-hmm.
Your north node is also conjunct your midhaven. So who you're evolving to is in tandem with your career. Your career is very important for you in this life. You're going to be very career focused. Of course, after your Saturn return, you'll know your next step, but until then, don't obsess over your career.
Okay, cool.
But just know that who you're becoming on a soul level is in conjunction with your career path.
Okay.
And your north node, you've never done this before, because the south node is the opposite sign and opposite house. So you have the south node in Aries. So the south node in Aries, you could call it past life, but your last incarnations, you were very Aries-like. You were very maybe self-focused. You were maybe a loner. Maybe didn't have too many relationship experiences, like maybe felt isolated, or you felt like you didn't need anyone, or you're like this independent warrior person.
Yeah, I totally can feel that. And that's kind of how my dad is in Aries, so I feel like there was some of that karma that came through in my childhood.
Yeah, so you come into this life with all these Aries gifts and talents. Like you don't have a problem being alone. You don't have a problem being independent, asserting your independence. The opposite is the problem, is you're not used to being in relationships. You're learning about relationships through the North Node. So you're learning how to compromise. You're learning how to be more balanced and attuning to other people's needs more.
Yeah.
You're learning how to be more of a support system than the leading role. So the South Node it's comfortable.
Uh-huh.
It's where you know you got this down. It's most familiar to you is the South Node. And you don't start working on your North Node until you're 30.
Mm.
But the goal is to leave behind the South Node tendencies to live in the past of being overly independent, being a loner, not really interested in being in relationships, not compromising, being kind of stubborn.
Yeah.
So you're trying to leave those characteristics behind and then embody the North Node. And this takes an entire lifetime to figure out.
Mm.
So your job is to learn through the other. Your job is to compromise. Your job is to be more understanding. Your job is to learn to love being in relationships. Your job is to be more nurturing and not people pleasing, but less stubborn, less your way or the highway kind of mentality. But again, you start working on this when you're 30, and what's really cool about the North and South Node, these are karmic points in the chart. So when you meet people, they'll either have planets that are touching your South Node, so you could have like past life lovers, or they'll be touching the North Node, so they're helping you evolve. So you will get painful lessons in this life related to relationships, because this is the axis of relationship. Aries and Libra is the axis of relationship. So this is where your karmic past life stuff will come back to you, is through relationships. So you will go through you'll go through a series of painful experiences related to love.
Yeah, I've already had a lot of that so far, so.
It's hard.
Yeah, I've learned so much from it though, for sure. And I'm sure I'll just continue to keep learning.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the area of your life where the most profound learning lessons will occur through relationship.
Yeah.
Some people come into your life. Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, some people will come into your life and they'll keep you stuck in the South Node. So where you're not evolving. And some people will come into your life and help you with your North Node and help you evolve. So it's really about how you feel. So if your body is telling you that this person, like there's such an attraction there, but he's not helping me evolve, it's your job to let it go. Because when you're stuck in the past with somebody and you're not evolving, you know what that feels like. And it's really painful to have to choose between your path and someone you love.
Definitely.
It's a hard set of lessons you signed up for there.
Oh, my soul is like, I'm ready. Can you tell like what points the karmic relationships happen in the chart, or that just is like free will choice?
Through the houses. So look, it's in the 4th house. It has to do with ancestry, your lineage, your bloodline. So you're going to get some past life people from your lineage and your bloodline.
Whoa.
That come into your life, that touch your South Node, because the South Node is the past. It's past life, past karmic. These are past life lovers, relationships from your bloodline that come into your life and rock your world.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. Then you got the North Node in the 10th house of career. So when you're pursuing your career, you can meet people that are soulmates that help you evolve.
Hmm.
So know that the houses are how the energy plays itself out, how the karmic energy plays itself out.
Hmm.
So for example, you could meet somebody in the home front. Like you could go to a hostel, you could go travel with your Sag rising, you go to like foreign country and end up at a hostel, meet somebody, fall in love with them, and it's a past life lover. But because it's the South Node, the more you're in that relationship, the more they keep you stuck in old patterns of behavior. So now you have to choose between someone you love more than anything from the past and your career. And that's a hard decision to make.
Whoa.
So that could be one way it plays itself out.
Interesting.
Just know that there's no other way than to evolve. The North Node is the goal. It's evolve or die. Like you can't be stuck. It's got things to do on this planet. So it's hard, but
Definitely.
another thing of what I would research is the aspects to the nodes, because these are very karmic nodes. They're very important to research. So I don't know if you can see it, but these are the nodes here.
Uh-huh.
Then look at the aspects. So you have North Node, quintile, your ascendant. So you could write that one down. North Node, quintile, ascendant in your natal chart. You have the North Node conjunct your midhaven or your career. So that's another one to research.
What was it? North Node?
A North Node conjunct your MC or midhaven.
Okay.
Which is the career line.
Okay.
And then the South Node, which is the upside down looking headphones.
Okay, yeah.
You have your South Node opposition your midhaven. So it's opposing your midhaven.
Okay.
So the past is in opposition with your career. So again, living in the past hinders you from evolving and hinders you from your career. So you have no choice but to go towards the North Node or you remain stuck in the past.
Yeah.
So these will bring about, I mean, you've already had painful lessons around this, but this is your whole life. You'll have these different challenges through.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You've had many incarnations, so you've had many relationships. So different people come into your life and help teach you these painfully important lessons.
True. Oh man.
And it sucks because I know this one by experience too, so I can kind of empathize with that pain.
Definitely.
Well, it's almost 5:30, but let's look at your solar return chart for a minute.
Okay.
Can you see this okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is the chart of the year for you.
Uh-huh.
So it's another layer to all we talked about, because what we talked about really was the natal chart, and that stays static. So you have your whole life to research that.
Okay.
But this is your chart of the year.
So
the chart of the year, you look at the ascendant, and this your Aries rising in this cycle. So for the year, you're taking on the energy of Aries. So Aries is the warrior. It's masculine. It's fire. It goes for what it wants. It's passionate. Yeah. It doesn't give a shit. It doesn't ask people, hey, can I go study this or can I go here? No, it just does what it wants. It goes and does things.
Yeah.
So that's your rising. So you're going to kind of take on more of an Aries type energy this year.
Okay.
Of going for things. And then the sun, which is still in Gemini, it's in your second house this year. So money will be a focus. So you're going to think more about money this year. You're going to be like, okay, what are my resources? What do I value? Do I want to, buy some Bitcoin or buy some gold or silver, or do I want to save money, or do I want to move so I can have cheaper rent? Like these are things like money and resources are kind of going to be a theme for your personality, because that's where your sun is this year. Your moon's in Pisces this year. So moon in Pisces is dreamy emotions, like psychic intuition emotions. Like you can write poetry about your emotions.
I do write poetry.
Well, that's even heightened more so. So it's a really good time to write poetry, write music, play music.
Yeah.
Sing, play guitar, learn an instrument.
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
Oh yeah, you're Leo moon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be your whole life. Super creative with your emotions.
Oh, so fun.
It is fun. So yeah, you're gonna be extra dreamy with your emotions. So it's extra important to like play music and get creative with your emotions. Because while you're diving deeper into your shadow work of fear of abandonment, you can use your pain as a medium for art. You could paint a picture, we call it like shadow work art. You could paint a picture of your pain. Nobody has to see it.
Yeah.
You could burn it after you're done. It's very cathartic.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's very healing. You could draw about what your wounded inner child looks like.
Yeah.
You could write a poem about her. You could meditate and visualize what your demon of abandonment trauma looks like, and you can make him very small and like drawing an image of him like squishing like a bug. But it's important for you this year to use art as a medium for healing your emotions. Let's see what else is important to say. You got Venus and Aries this year. Venus and Aries is passionate love that burns out. Like it's kind of like lusty love, where like you're very attracted to someone and it's very passionate and fiery, but then it fades kind of quickly. So you could manifest. You could manifest like some flings this year that are passionate and fiery, but they don't last very long.
Interesting.
Someone that inspires you, like a muse or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of like with this guy right now, so that's interesting to me.
But it should be a fiery, passionate year. Or dive deeper into what makes a passionate relationship. Like wear the color red more. Get some red sheets. Light some candles. Take baths with this person. Like dive more deeper into your passionate, sensual side this year.
Okay.
There's some healing there for sure.
Okay.
And then Jupiter's there, so Jupiter expands the whole process. So it makes it, there's a lot of luck there. Wherever Jupiter is, there's where luck is. So the more you follow your passions, the more luck you'll have in your life. So explore the fire elements, like light more candles, work with the fire element, wear more red, maybe buy some crystals like red jasper.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing root chakra, passionate stone. It like
Mm-hmm.
really balances and gets your root. It's an amazing root chakra healer.
Mm.
Yeah, like wear the color reds, yellows, oranges, like fiery colors.
Mm-hmm.
Work with the color red, meditate on your inner warrior.
Okay.
Find an archetype of a woman that inspires you, that symbolizes your warrior self. Like, for example, there's a show called Vikings where this woman, she's a shield maiden. Her name is Lagatha. She's
Mm.
a badass warrior chick.
Oh, cool.
She kind of looks like you. Yeah, find someone like a warrior woman that inspires you, and like draw her or paint her or print out an image of her, but like tap into that like warrior
Okay.
this year.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, you have a whole year to kind of research this chart, but I would like take some time and research it. Well, in a solar return chart, what does Saturn in the 11th house mean? Stuff like that. Like, what is Pluto in the 10th house in the solar return chart in Capricorn? What is,
Okay.
you got Mars in Pisces this cycle, like things like that. Like, you have a whole year to kind of really research this energy to best utilize the energy.
Okay.
Saturn is, for example, it restricts whatever it touches. There's a lesson, it gets you to mature, and it restricts that part of your chart. So you have a restriction in community, but you're also forced to focus there. Saturn wants you to focus. It goes, yo, focus on community, focus on your groups, focus on your friends, focus on your networks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess I'll just leave it at, do you have any questions about either of the charts?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of any. I think maybe like just curious about my relationships this year, and like I've kind of been seeing someone, so I don't know if there's like an indication there. I guess just following that fire and the passion, like you're saying, and whatever comes of it is what's meant to be.
Well, let's look at first, let's look at your other chart.
Okay.
And let's look at Venus. So you're born with Venus in the 6th house.
Okay.
And it's in retrograde also. You got a lot of retrograde planets you're born with. So I would research Venus retrograde in the 6th house in your natal chart. And so it's a skip step. So there's something that has to do with love that's important for you in this life.
Yeah.
Which with the whole relationship thing makes sense. So when it's in the 6th house, you love showing, you're like an acts of service person. Like, there's a book called The 5 Different Love Languages, right? So when Venus is in the 6th house, she loves to be of service. She loves to help people. She loves to, when people ask for your help and you feel needed, it feels good. You also love when people do things for you, like, you know, maybe people do your laundry, do your dishes, like little things for you. You're like, it means so much.
Definitely.
So when you're in a relationship, it's important for you to communicate, hey, I'm an acts of service person and I really like doing things for you. And I like when you do things for me. And I really, I really respond to that love language.
Yeah.
And also your Venus is in Gemini.
Uh-huh.
So you like communicating about your love. You like expression, like maybe you like writing them poetry or doing art for them or showing, like it's expressive love.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not trying to plant any seeds, but Gemini and Venus could be being in love with two people at one time. Because Gemini is the twins. And so this placement gives you that capability of you could be in love with two people at once, which
wow,
it's just it could happen kind of thing.
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the most important thing is if you cannot communicate with your partner, you have nothing. Like communication is big. Like you have to be able to be like, this is how I feel, this is how I think, this is how I see the world. If they can't communicate with you, then you have to discard them. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You need people in your life that can talk, communicate effectively their emotion, like people that have emotional intelligence. That
yeah.
can tell you what they need and why they're upset and work through their traumas with you.
Yeah.
Instead of someone who just projects their bullshit onto you and blames you for things, you need someone to like communicate and be vulnerable and open and honest.
Definitely.
So now let's look at where Venus is now. Venus is transiting your 4th house. Venus, she moves pretty quickly, like every 5 to 6 weeks she moves. So she'll be there like another, probably just like 3 weeks. Then she'll move to your 5th house of romance. And she'll spend 5 to 6 weeks in your house of romance. So in 2 weeks, she'll move to the 5th house of romance, and then it'll give more passion and more playfulness and more fun to the area of love. But right now she's in the 4th house, which is stable, which is the mother. It's the nurturer. Like maybe you need to be extra nurtured right now, or you need to nurture someone. But Venus in the 4th house is like cuddling, you know, being held, being nurtured, you know, good food, some tea, just more like of the motherly nurturing kind of energy Venus takes on. And then but then she'll move to the 5th house of creativity and art and romance and fun and vacations and fire and honeymoon stage. And so it's important to look at the Venus aspects in your natal chart too, to see like maybe what issues you have or what gifts and talents are there with love. And you've got a bunch of aspects. You have like Venus square Saturn, Venus square Vesta, Venus opposition your ascendant. So there's some fun things for you to research with Venus and
okay.
Let's now go back real fast to your solar return Venus. And you could also research what is this year going to be like for love. Then you look at your solar return Venus aspects. So Venus is sextile Saturn, Venus is square Pluto. That's an important one. I would write that down.
Okay.
Anything to do with Venus and Pluto, there's transformation and it's heavy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Venus square Pluto, solar return. Venus conjunct. Venus conjunct Eris, which is the goddess of discord. There could be some discord this year, which just means it's like curve balls thrown at us to test us. So you're being tested in love, basically.
Okay.
You have Venus conjunct your ascendant this year. That brings a magnetic attraction to you. Venus is the great attractor in the chart. So when it's on your ascendant, you become very attractive. Venus is square your midheaven this year, so there's challenges between love and career. But these are the things that, again, you could, I would meditate on, research.
Okay, interesting.
What else? So here's one last thing, because I can go on and on.
Mhm.
You have Scorpio, the constellation of Scorpio is on your 7th house, and your south node is there.
Mhm.
Scorpio in the 7th house. Scorpio is very deep and passionate and controlling and possessive. And when it's on the 7th house, it could manifest as really like passionate relationships, but also there could be some control.
Mm.
So yeah, like maybe your partner can manifest these controlling kind of energies with the Scorpio, or someone in your life is really like, it feels like you're being controlled in some way or manipulated, or like basically Scorpio is like darkness. It's Pluto. It's the underworld. So there's some darkness to your one-on-one relationships this year.
Okay.
And then the south node is there. In Vedic astrology, the south node is called Ketu, and Ketu is supposed to be the evil in the chart.
Whoa.
So Rahu is the north node, Ketu is the south node, and so according to Vedic astrology, that's where the evil comes in your life. And I'm not trying to say that that's how it's going to manifest, but it's like a potentiality of darkness that's in your life. The darkness in your life comes through your one-on-one partnerships this year.
Interesting. That's helpful to know.
So it's like a little red flag warning of like, hey, if your partner seems possessive, or there's someone in your life that seems a little bit too shadowy or possessive, like have a conversation with this person, develop healthier boundaries, and explain what you need and want, and explain what makes you feel uncomfortable, or
yeah,
there'll be some challenges this year for you
related to what?
Possessiveness in your relationships.
Okay.
Or darkness.
Yeah. That's good to know. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Do you have any last burning questions?
No, I don't think so. I'm at a company right now, and I think they're gonna sell it around like the fall time. So maybe that's what the career and financial stuff is. Not sure, but
well, so like the sun in the 2nd house, finances, and then you have Pluto in the 10th. Pluto is career. Pluto in the 10th is Pluto is death and rebirth. So there's some death and rebirth going on in your 10th house of career. So yeah, you could maybe discover. I
was thinking of switching jobs eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of points to that, of like there's some huge death and rebirth, or something you want to evolve through career, like maybe you want to start a different type of career that you've never done, or something like that, where something's going to happen in your life where you're forced to change in terms of career, and you have no choice but to evolve in that way. So it looks like, because Pluto anywhere is very unstable energy. It's like a volcano that's going to erupt at any moment wherever it sits in the chart. So there's like this volcanic energy in the 10th house of career for you this year. So yeah, it could come in like, it's also transmutation energy. So it's a death and rebirth, like the phoenix. So you could very well like have to switch jobs either by choice or by force. And it's a very transformational process for you, because then you end up doing something you've always wanted to do and you love it, and you're happy that this situation happened the way it did.
Definitely. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So yeah, I'll probably like the video. So anyway, I'm going to stop the share and stop the recording, and I'll explain some things.
Perfect.